All right, the final Rizzo report of this first week of spring training. We continue to talk about Carlos Correa and where he may end up. Right now, it seems like there is a tie to him and the Baltimore Orioles, not a team I thought that Carlos Correa would want to go to, but anything for a price. Numerous reports are saying that Carlos Correa and the Orioles are interested in one another. A .279 average, 26 home runs in 2021, won the Gold Glove Award, finished 5th in the AL MVP voting in 2021. Now, the Orioles finished with a 52-110 record last year, tied with the D-backs for the worst record in the majors. Now, look at the Orioles' current payroll. It sits at about $85.4 million. It was about $80.3 million in 2021. So if Correa actually makes $30 million in 2022, he would count for 26% of the total payroll of the Orioles. The longest, or the largest rather, contract in Orioles history, that was given to Chris Davis, 7 years, $161 million. Now the Orioles, guys, in this division, likely to finish in last place again in 2022. So again, not certain why Carlos Correa, if he wants to win, and of course he does have a World Series championship to his credit, if he wants to win, much like Chris Bryant, I'm not certain why Carlos Correa would go to the Baltimore Orioles at this point. However, 3 weeks away from the start of the opening day of the regular season, time is running out for him and for Trevor Story to sign as well. It looks like the Atlanta Braves are putting all of their pieces back together again, with the exception, of course, of the departure of Freddie Freeman, and Jorge Soler might be going back to the Atlanta Braves. There's reports that he could possibly be going back there. .223 average, 27 home runs last season. He led the AL with 48 home runs in 2019 with the Royals. The Braves have been very aggressive this past week. Think about all they've done. They traded Matt Olson, traded for Matt Olson rather, signed him to an 8-year, $168 million deal. They re-signed Eddie Rosario, 2 years, $18 million. They signed right-handed pitcher Colin McHugh. They also signed outfielder Alex Dickerson from the Toronto Blue Jays. With Ronald Acuna Jr.'s opening day status still unknown, and the DH added in the National League, the Braves could use some more offense and outfield depth. Now, Marcell Ozuna is back after that domestic violence issue. Rosario, Ozuna, and Dickerson currently make up their left field, right field, and DH combo until Acuna Jr. comes back. So interesting to see that the Padres have been looking to trade Eric Hosmer as well. So we'll see what happens there in terms of Hosmer. And it looks like Jorge Soler is going back to the Braves. Now, we haven't talked a lot about Nick Castellanos. By the way, I wanted to mention that, of course, Atlanta also is without the services of Jock Peterson, who is now back to the San Francisco Giants. Nick Castellanos, where does he end up? He's a guy that we talked about a lot last year for the Cincinnati Reds, one of the bright spots of the Reds last season. He won the Silver Slugger Award. He finished 12th in the National League MVP Award. He did miss time in 2021 with the wrist injury, but perhaps he goes to the Phillies. The Phillies are showing interest in him. They already made a big move this week, though, signing Kyle Schwarber to that 4-year, $79 million contract. The Phillies had an opening at both DH and left field, so Schwarber could fill one of those spots, with the other being able, perhaps, to go to Castellanos. So I could see Nick Castellanos in Philadelphia. Chris, I don't know what you think about that. Obviously, not a good place for him to be in Cincinnati. They are unloading everybody on that team. It would be nice to see Nick Castellanos go to a team that has an opportunity to win. I think the Phillies have an opportunity to win. They played really good baseball towards the end of the season last year. I love their manager. Is that a good landing spot for him?
You know, I would have thought possibly, but I don't think after they signed Schwarber to $80 million that they're going to go out there and make another big plunge for Castellanos. So I would say no. Philly's bullpen is still spotty too. I don't know where he's going to go. It's a good point. I don't know. I don't know exactly where. I don't have an answer for you on that. I'm very down on the Reds for what the Reds have done. That to me is, you know, not just you have to try, and they're in a bad division. So I mean, and they have some pitching with Gray and Castillo, and I mean they could have been very competitive. They were competitive the last couple of years, and they just don't load those guys. Doing me nuts. But I don't know exactly where he will go. It's a good point on your part. I don't have the answer for you there. Soler is interesting too. I mean, we'll see where he goes. Last year he was wonderful with Atlanta, but they bring Ozuna back, so maybe they feel there's no need. we'll have to, and Correa with the Orioles is interesting. No, the reason why Correa would consider the Orioles is the same reason why Bryant there will consider sign with the Rockies, and the same reason why Simeon and Seager sign with Texas. It's the bad teams that are going to go out there and sign the huge contracts. The good teams already have their players. The Dodgers brought Freeman in, but that's, for the most part, the big teams already have their big free agents. It's the teams like the Orioles and Texas and, the Rockies. They're the ones that have some money to work with. Now, the Orioles was, listen, they're getting a little better. This catcher is going to be very good. There's a little offense there. Maybe Correa wants to be that's a great place to play if they ever win. Maybe Correa wants to be the guy that, sort of brings them back up from nowhere. But if they offer him, nobody else is going to offer him $250 million. Maybe the Orioles have the money. Who knows? They don't like normally free agents, but that is fascinating. How about if Correa ends up with Baltimore? That's almost like A-Rod going to Texas 15 years ago.
I will never, ever fault a player for taking the money. You take the money, it's guaranteed money. I'll never fault you. If you want to win, that's a different story. But there's a lot of factors that probably go into this. I don't fault any player for taking the money and getting what he can get as much as he can, as long as he can get it. We do have some breaking news for you, Chris Russo. Luke Voit is no longer a New York Yankee. We figured that they were going to have to send him someplace. They're already over that third tier of the threshold. There's no place for him to play because Anthony Rizzo was re-signed to the New York Yankees. It looks like the Yankees have traded Luke Voit to the San Diego Padres, unloading, I believe it was a $5 million left on his contract, so trying to get down under that luxury tax. So there you have it. I'm not surprised, but now he does have a home.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he's a good power hitter. He led the league in home runs a couple years ago during the pandemic. He's got a little something to prove. He's got good bat speed, and he's going to strike out a lot. And he's not, listen, he's not Keith Hernandez at first base. Don't get me wrong, but he is a dangerous hitter. I think that's without Tatis, they need some offense there for a while. So I think that is that's a good move by the Yankees. Get him out of the American League. I think that's a good move. The one thing about the money, Alana, and I understand here's Voit. He's got great power. We know that. The one thing about the money that is interesting for me, there's going to be money. I mean, the legacy is about winning. That's the idea. You want to win championships. You want to play in postseason games.
You do.
That's the most important thing. You can't take the money with you.
You do want to win. I understand, but you also can't. You also can't do it if you can't take it with you if you break your leg and you don't sign for it. They both have World Series championships. It would be different if neither of them had a World Series championship. Listen, you have players that are like the Derek Jeters of the world, the Clayton Kershaws of the world, the Dustin Pedroias of the world that are so unbelievably competitive and always want to win. I understand that. But maybe that's not something that they want. Or maybe this is just a one-year deal for Correa. He doesn't have the fit that he wants right now. So maybe he goes to Baltimore, gets $30 million a year, tests the free agent waters after the 2022 season, then goes someplace that's a better fit for him. I will never fault a player for going for the money. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what you want at this point in your career. Yes, the money may always be there, but not if you get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, why would the Orioles give him a one-year, $30 million contract? What's that get them? What, an extra 5-6 wins?
Well, but the Orioles make, I don't know, the Orioles make decisions that I'm constantly scratching my head
at. No, that's true, too.
Same thing
it's a shame, that ballpark. That I agree with you.
The Rockies are doing.
It's a shame. Good job. Good debate.